Want to see more cool videos on our channel? We do, so press this bell and enable to send notifications.
There are billions of people on this earth, so it's extremely difficult to make yourself stand out. There are even people who have special talents and abilities, and they're still only average compared to the grand scheme of things. But what if I were to tell you that, like diamonds, there are some people in the world that are just absolute beauties? Whether that be genetics, happenstance, or actual work, all of these people in this video are unexplainable beauties. From ceremonial scars to vampire teeth, there are tons of absurdities in beauty that you would never expect. So without further ado, here are the top 10 rarest beauties in the world. At number 10, it's the melanin goddess. Koudia Diop, who was bullied growing up because of her dark complexion, has shown those bullies who the real queen is. At the age of 17, she began her full-time modeling career, which seemed to take off when she partnered with The Coloured Girl. The Coloured Girl is an agency that's devoted to celebrating the beauty in women of colour. Their mission is to empower, uplift and unite women of colour globally. The movement started in 2016 and has helped thousands of women since. She parted with them for a campaign to promote diversity, which is certainly needed in this industry as it's often slammed for its lack of it. She became internet famous overnight from her posted photographs, gaining thousands of followers. She certainly made an impact not just with her beauty, but with her passion for others to love themselves and see their own worth. Koudia was born with this condition that's become a great symbol and advocate for natural beauty.
I'm gonna start with the Pro Filter Primer.
Every morning I would wake up and stay in front of the mirror looking at myself for like hours and being like, should I go? No, I should not go. They're gonna be talking about your skin color and this is not pretty. You're not pretty.
Number 9. Lip plate. The Surma people of Lake Turkana in South Ethiopia believe that a woman's beauty is determined by how large her lip plate is. The lip plate is a circular plate made of either wood or clay that can range anywhere between 4 to 25 centimeters. Before the lip plate can be inserted, they must remove 2 to 5 teeth and cut their lower lip. This procedure is typically done when a young woman hits puberty. However, it usually is done multiple times. This allows them to create a bigger cut for a larger lip plate. A larger lip plate is essentially the goal. The lip plate is supported by both parents as it indirectly relates to the worth or value of their daughter. It also is said to boost confidence and the woman's self-esteem. This is a very obscure form of beauty, but it also shows to everyone the importance of culture and having a sense of pride for one's lifestyle. At number 8. Albino supermodel. Connie Chiu has albinism, which is a condition in which she lacks pigment in her skin, hair and eyes. This also makes her sensitive to light. She grew up as a refugee from Kowloon, Hong Kong and moved to Sweden when she was 7. Chiu started her modeling career when her older sister had asked her to model for an assignment. At the time, her older sister was studying fashion merchandise. This was when she found her love for modeling. She was the first person to be in the fashion modeling industry with the albino condition. She's hopeful that people with conditions like hers or those that suffer in different ways will be able to obtain the respect and equality they deserve. Connie is a great example of how you can achieve anything you want, no matter the obstacle in your way, and she firmly believes in this. Number 7. It's fame and vitiligo. Chantel Whitney, known professionally as Winnie Harlow, was 4 years old when she was diagnosed with vitiligo. Vitiligo is a skin condition where white patches of skin appear on different parts of the body. This is because there's a lack of pigment in those sections of the skin. Vitiligo may also be an autoimmune disorder. In this case, the immune system mistakenly attacks its own body. Whitney was bullied both verbally and physically growing up because of her condition. After meeting with Shannon Bodrum, a journalist and YouTuber at the time in her hometown, she seemed to flourish. Bodrum's video about Whitney and her condition became very popular very quickly. Bodrum then convinced Whitney she should get into modeling. This was when Whitney was 16 years old. Whitney was a contestant on the 2014 air of America's Next Top Model. Here she gained an even bigger following. She has not only gained a large role in the modeling industry, but has become a spokesperson for the condition. Hopefully, many people that look up to her will follow in her footsteps for years to come. At number 6. Lady with the Beard. At the age of 16, Harnam Kaur was diagnosed with polycystic ovary syndrome or PCOS. PCOS is an imbalance of reproductive hormones. This imbalance causes irregular periods, weight gain, and in some cases hair growth. The hair growth can be on the chest, back, face, or buttocks. Now 25, Carr has worn her beard since the age of 16. She holds the Guinness World Record for being the youngest woman with a full-grown beard. She's known for her body confidence advocacy, has a large following on Instagram, and has become a model. She's become somewhat of a public speaker on bullying, body positivity, and self-empowerment. Her beard has become something she's proud of and considers it her style. She's not ashamed or embarrassed by it. In fact, she considers it a blessing. At number 5, model with Down syndrome. Born in 1996 in Australia, Madeline Stewart became an online phenomenon at the age of 21. She was promoting her campaign to become the first professional model with Down syndrome. She started to gain popularity originally when she was sharing her weight loss journey online. While successfully shedding 50 pounds, her social media platforms excelled and she gained a huge social media following. Stewart is an advocate of inclusiveness and diversity in modelling. Number 4. Nose plugs. The Patani tribe women of Arunachal Pradesh, India, still practice using nose plugs as a way to avoid being taken as a war booty. Historically, the original idea of the nose plugs was created by their leader. The wives and women of the tribe were being taken during the war, specifically the most beautiful woman in the tribe. They had these women use nose plugs to seemingly become unattractive. This way, they were less likely to be taken when they were raided. Along with the nose plugs, they would also place black tattoos on their faces, including their foreheads, nose and chin. This, however, is a dying tradition. It's not been practiced since 1970. It'll be interesting to see if this is revitalized in the future. Number 3. Vampire teeth. In 2013, it became a trend for women to undergo a procedure that would purposely make their teeth crooked. This would give the illusion of having vampire or fang-type teeth. This crooked smile is considered most attractive to some. There's a culture in Japan that has a clinic that's only purpose is to perform the dental procedures to make their teeth this way. The procedure involves moving the upper canines to the front of the other teeth, and this allows the fang or crooked teeth appearance. This trend has also made its way over to the United States and Europe. Number 2. Lotus feet. Lotus feet or foot binding was a practice originated by a young woman of the Tang dynasty in China. They would bind their feet into the shape of a new moon, and millions of other Chinese women followed in the tradition. To get their feet into this shape, the woman would soak their feet in hot water. They would then get massaged with oil. All of their toes except the big toe would get broken and bent in flat against the whole of their foot. They would then smash their feet so that the soles of their feet would double and create almost a U shape. They would wrap their feet in a white cloth. This cloth would get changed to ensure no infection from blood or pus. This process is extremely painful and takes 2 years for the foot to be healed into this abnormal shape. To be able to get their feet back to normal, they would have to endure the same pain all over again. The end goal of the process was to have their feet be as small as possible. This was used to determine which girls were from the upper class. However, many lower class women also underwent the torture to achieve the lotus foot, so they would also be believed to be of the upper class. In this case particularly, it's clear how much pain women would and continue to put themselves through just to be considered beautiful or worthy. And at number 1, it's slash to be beautiful. Scarification is a common practice among different cultures throughout the world. In the Karen tribe in Ethiopia, both men and women give themselves scars, however for different reasons. The scarring is done by either burning, etching or cutting designs and/or words into their skin. The men give themselves these marks to represent the number of enemies they've killed. They're typically located on their chests. The women scar themselves on their torso and chest simply because it's considered sensual and fascinating. The scarring can also represent a certain social standing in the tribe or represent wealth or political role, as well as stand for cultural groups and relatives. More importantly though, the scarring is considered beautiful and is a very common practice. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please let me know by clicking the like button. Do share, write a comment, and don't forget to subscribe so you can catch up my next video.